Hey, what's up guys, DarkArmedDuelist, and I'm going to be doing a Master Duel Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon deck profile. So I'm really excited for you guys because this deck is an awesome deck that summons out all sorts of insanely powerful XZ monsters to help you go in for game. This deck is also super fun to be able to play because you can summon out some really amazing cards like Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and all of its amazing forms. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards like getting your name description in a single video, getting a signed card sent in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to our Patreon along with test hands. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. This card is an extremely powerful card and a key combo piece in the deck that you're going to be summoning all the time to help you go in for some really powerful XZ monsters. We're then going to be playing 2 copies of Galaxy Eyes Afterglow Dragon. This card is a great combo piece for the deck that if you control a Galaxy Eyes monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. And if this card is detached from an XZ monster to activate that monster's effect, you can take a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck and either special summon it or attach it as an XZ material to an XZ monster that you control. Then, if you activated this effect during the battle phase, double the attack of all number XZ monsters that you control, which is an extremely powerful effect to be able to use with this card to help you OTK your opponent. We then play 2 copies of Galaxy Knight. Galaxy Knight is a really cool card in this deck because it has the ability that if you control a Photon or Galaxy monster, you can normal summon this card without tributing. And when you do, you can target a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in your graveyard if possible, but regardless, this card loses 1,000 attack points. And if it does, special summon that target, if any, in face-up defense position. And this attack decrease lasts until the end phase of the turn, which is a pretty good effect to get you 2 level 8s for a single normal summon. And it's super easy to put Photon and Galaxy monsters on your field without actually using up your normal summon. We then play a single copy of Galaxy Brave. Galaxy Brave is really good because if this card is in your hand, then you can reveal a Photon monster in your hand and special summon this card. And if you do, its level becomes the level of that Photon monster. And if this card is normal or special summon, then you can target a Galaxy monster in your graveyard, and this card's attack and defense become that monster's attack and defense, and you can only use each effect this card once per turn. But this card is a great one-of because you can actually target cards like number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, which will boost it up to 4,000 attack points if this card is in the graveyard, which is really, really awesome. We then play 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier is a really good card in the deck as well, because this card is a great searcher that you send a light monster from your hand to the graveyard to be able to special summon this card from your hand in defense position. And when this card is special summoned, you get to add any Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, which is usually another copy of Galaxy Soldier to help you make a copy of Nova, and then finally Cyber Dragon Infinity on top of that Nova, which gives you a negate on the board off of this card, which is really, really helpful. We then play 3 copies of Photon Vanisher. Photon Vanisher is also a really good searcher for your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon because it has a really awesome effect that it can be normal summoner set, but it must be special summoned from your hand while you control a Photon or Galaxy monster, and it can attack the turn it's special summoned. And you can only special summon this card once per turn, and if this card is special summoned, you can add a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck to your hand. And an XZ monster that was summoned using this card on the field as a material gains the effect that you banish any monster destroyed by battle with this card, which is a pretty good effect to be able to use with an XZ monster to help you get rid of extremely powerful monsters that your opponent might be playing that need to go to the graveyard. We then play 3 copies of Photon Orbital. Photon Orbital is a really good searcher because during your main phase you can target a Photon or Galaxy monster that you control and equip this monster from your hand or field to that target. The target gains 500 attack and also can't be destroyed by battle, and you can send this equipped card to the graveyard to add a Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of Photon Orbital. This card is great in the deck, especially if you combo with cards like Union Carrier in the extra deck to be able to equip it straight from the deck to a monster to give you a search, which is a really good effect. We then play a single copy of Galaxy Wizard. Galaxy Wizard is a good normal summon because once per turn, you can increase this card's level by 4 up to 8, which can help you go for some rank 8 plays, or you can tribute this card to be able to add 1 Galaxy monster or Galaxy card from your deck to your hand, which is a pretty good effect to be able to search those cards. We then play 2 copies of Astral Karibo. Astral Karibo is really good because you can reveal a number XZ monster in your extra deck to be able to special summon this card to your side of the field with the same level as the rank of the XZ monster that you revealed to summon this card, but it locks you into summoning number monsters while this card is on the field. But a monster that is used to summon with using this card as a material gains the ability that it can't be destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effects, so this card is a definite 2-of to make some extremely powerful XZ monsters with some added protection. We then play 2 copies of Nebula Dragon. Nebula Dragon is a good card to play in this deck, just in case you have a copy of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in your hand, because it has the ability to reveal this card and one other level 8 dragon monster in your hand, and special summon both of them in defense position, but their effects are negated. And also, you cannot normally special monsters for the rest of the turn except for light or dark dragon monsters, which is totally fine because that's pretty much all we're summoning anyways. We then play a single copy of Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. This card is a really good card to equip with your Union Carrier to be able to lock your opponent out of the extra deck, so this card is a definite 1-of in this deck to be able to equip to another dragon monster with the effects of Union Carrier to be able to lock the opponent out of the extra deck. We're then going to be playing 3 copies of Maxi. Maxi is a really insanely powerful hand trap that basically every time your opponent special summons, you get to draw a card, which is really good in Master Duel to be able to just draw a bunch of cards, especially with this deck, to be able to get combo pieces to OTK your opponent. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Reinforcements of the Army. This card is a really good 1-of in the deck to be able to search your warrior monsters from your deck. We then play a single copy of Monster Reborn just to extend our plays, just in case we need to bring a level 8 monster back to the field to help us go in for a rank 8 XZ monster or one of our rank 8 XZ monsters that we've summoned properly. We then play a single copy of Harpy's Feather Duster just to get rid of back row so we can go in for our OTKs. 2 copies of Called by the Grave because we really don't want to get hand trapped while we're going through our plays, so this card is a great 2-of in this build. 1 copy of Galaxy Trance. Galaxy Trance is a really neat card in this deck because it lets you pay 2,000 life points and target a Photon monster in your graveyard and special summon both it and a Galaxy monster from your deck with this same level, but both in defense position. And if you do, each monster's attack becomes 2,000 and also their effects are negated. And you can activate 1 of this card per turn, and you can't normal or special summon monsters during the turn you activate this card except for Photon or Galaxy monsters, which is totally fine because that's pretty much, again, all we're summoning anyways. We then play 3 copies of Galaxy Expedition. This card is a great 3-of that if you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, you can special summon a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck and face up defense position, which is a pretty good effect to be able to get an additional monster on the field to go in for some XZ plays. We then play 3 copies of Photon Sanctuary. Photon Sanctuary is in here so we can make 2 tokens that have 2,000 attack points to be able to go in for our Galaxy Eyes Link monster. We then play 3 copies of Trade-In. Trade-In is really good in this deck because of the amount of level 8s we play in this deck that we can just discard to the graveyard 1 of them to be able to draw 2 cards, which helps us dig into the deck to get more cards that we need. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing a single copy of number 62, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. This card is a really good card to help you step into some other really powerful Galaxy Eyes monsters, but also a great 4,000 attack point monster that can get absolutely massive. This card is super fun to be able to play and just a really good card overall, with an insane effect that if this card attacks or is attacked during the damage calculation in either player's turn, you can detach an XZ material from this card once per battle, and this card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all XZ monsters currently on the field times 200 during that damage calculation only, so this card can get absolutely massive. We then play a single copy of Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. This card is also a really good card to be able to summon onto your side of the field, because once per turn you can detach a material from this card and target a face-up monster that your opponent controls, and monsters that you control can't attack your opponent directly for the rest of the turn except this card. Also take control of the targeted monster until the end phase. But while the effect is applied, its effects are negated and its attack becomes 3,000 and its name becomes Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, which is a pretty good effect. We then play a single copy of Galaxy Eye's Full Armor Photon Dragon. This card is a really good card because you can XZ summon this card using a Galaxy Eyes XZ monster that you control as an XZ material. So you can actually overlay this on top of either one of these, which is a pretty good effect. And also it has the ability that you can detach a material from this card and then target a face-up card that your opponent controls and destroy it, which is a pretty good effect to be able to pop a card. We then play a single copy of Galaxy Eyes Cypher Blade Dragon, which you can also detach a material from it and pop a card on the field. And you can also XZ summon this card using a rank 8 Galaxy Eyes XZ monster you control as a material, and you transfer all the materials on from that card to this card. We then play a single copy of Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord because it's a great walking negate in this deck to be able to make on your side of the field to protect your plays. We then play a single copy of number 38. 38 is a really good card to make in this deck because it does negate spell effects, so this card is a great card to be able to summon, especially with your Astral Karibo, because you can reveal this card extremely easily to be able to summon out your Astral Karibo as a level 8 monster. We then play a single copy of Constellar Pleiades because it's a really good level 5 or rank 5 monster that you can put on your side of the field. With your copies of Galaxy Soldier, it can also bounce cards off the field, which is a pretty good effect. We then play a single copy of Cyber Dragon Nova so we can make our copy of Cyber Dragon Infinity on top of it. So this card is a definite one of each to give you a walking negate on your side of the field with your copies of your Galaxy Soldier. We then play a single copy of Starliege Photon Blast Dragon, which is just a really good rank 4 that you can make in this deck. That this card is XZ summon, you can special summon out a Photon monster from your hand. And then while this card is XZ material is on the field, your opponent cannot target monsters you control with 2,000 or more attack with card effects, and also they can't be destroyed by your opponent's card effects either, which is a pretty good effect. This card can also special summon out a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon because once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can detach a material from this card and then target one of your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons that are banished during the graveyard and special summon them back to the field, which is a really good effect. We then play a single copy of Starliege Lord Galaxon. Galaxon is a really good one of in the deck. Lets you detach 1 or 2 materials and then apply the effects based on the amount that you detach. If you detach 1 material, you special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand, and if you detach 2, you special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your deck. So this card is a pretty good one of in the deck. We then play 2 copies of Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. This card is a really good 2 of in the deck that helps out a lot because you can make it super easy in this build, and it's just a really good card because if this card is link summoned, then you can target a Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand, and then during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can discard a Photon or Galaxy card or discard a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and then target a special summon monster that your opponent controls and destroy it, and you can only use each effect this card once per turn. We then play a single copy of the Bujinki Link monster. This card helps us go in for additional rank 8 plays and XZ plays, so this card is a definite one of in the deck. We then play a single copy of Union Carrier. Union Carrier is a really good card in this deck because you can basically equip your copies of your Buster Dragon to lock your opponent's extra deck, which is really, really good. And you can also use it with your Photon Orbital. Now, a card that I did consider putting in this deck is a copy of AA Zeus, but I really didn't have the room for it. But you can cut your copy of the Starliege Lord to be able to put in a copy of Zeus if you want to put in a single copy of Zeus into the extra deck. Totally up to you, but usually I OTK before I need it, and I don't find myself making it all that much in this deck. But you can put it in if you want to drop out the copy of the Starliege for that card, which is an option for you guys if you want to, which is just a really, really good card to put in the deck. But it's totally up to you guys what you want to play in your deck. So that's it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This deck is super fun to be able to play. OTK the opponent. It's just absolutely insane how easy it is to OTK the opponent with this deck, and it's super fun to be able to make all those rank 8s and be able to just go in for game, especially with how nostalgic Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of Notification Squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys!